All right. It's the Live Drive Jive Archive with your host, Frank Bundy. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. This really beautiful morning on, what is it? It's the 8th of October, 2021. We have got, there's some fog burning off. Looks like mixed with smog. Moderate pollution, not too bad for this city, man. Looks like our AQI is probably like at 150 ground level, but the sky up above is just wide open, which is wonderful. Little update as to why I haven't posted a video in a week, I guess. We had a National Day holiday, and I had the firm intention of GSD over the holiday, get shit done, and one thing led to another, and I went into early hibernation. I don't know what it is, man, but I was able to sleep, I would say 70% of the holiday, and honestly, I don't feel guilty. I felt like I needed it, man. Just fucking, I'd get up, I'd make some breakfast for the kids or whatever, and I'd think, I'll go out and shoot some video work, do some kung fu and stuff, and then, wouldn't do it. I did some kung fu, but I didn't do any video work. So I had not promised, but I had told Captain Bree that I was going to try to get some work done on the Xing 12 animal system. And one thing led to another. I thought about it. I pondered it. In fact, I even wrote some script and stuff, and went over some of the video stuff in my mind. And then I thought, man, I've got like 3 other videos I'm supposed to have processed in the last 2 years. And I thought I need to get in and do some editing done on those. And again, just one thing led to another, and I didn't do shit. And then I thought, okay, well, it's midterm coming up for the school, and I thought I need to get in there and reorganize some of my lesson planning, and again, didn't do it. So no matter, and I didn't try that hard, to be honest with you, but honestly, I just couldn't find any motivation this vacation for anything but sleeping. And so that's what I did. Yeah, so maybe a little guilty pleasure there, but honestly, I felt like I needed it, so I did it. Yeah, what else? Oh, we had a couple of different dinner parties that we had to attend, and so I guess that was kind of part of it too. Like I'm thinking in my mind, oh, we've got this dinner party we got to go to, meeting with friends and blah, blah, blah. Not friends, but friends of my wife's family. So yeah, what friends do I got, really, I've been in this city 20 years and I've made less than a handful of friends. So when it gets older in life, I was listening to, I think, an Ambrose Pierce story. The Listener is what it's called. I can't remember the exact details, but the person in the story is mid-40s, and I think they're either completely insane or going insane. And the person talks about how once you're in your mid-40s, it's nearly impossible to make like friends again, to have new friends and build friendships. And so if you don't have any, then I don't know. There was no outcome with that. But anyway, so yeah, that's the size of it. I had a revelation in like my mid-20s, and it went something like this. I realized that when you're out there and you're getting it, you know, you're hustling, trying to establish a place in the world. And in the early days of forging your career in a society, that I had the impression, or had the feeling, I had the revelation, the epiphany, that the more you do, the more you can do, and the greater levels of motivation you have to do things. So I'd get up first thing in the morning, you know, do my kung fu, then hustle off to work. So I'd do my kung fu for like, you know, a solid nearly 2 hours, like an hour, 2 hours for like 30 years. And hustle off to work and do a full day of work, and then come home and do housework, and oftentimes do an evening session of kung fu as well, and do writing in the journals and all that happy horse shit, study, and just do a ton of things. And it felt like the more I did, the more I could do, the higher capacity I had for turning out productive work. And it's true, like, you get into vacation mode, like this National Day vacation, they said, okay, we've got 7 days off from school. And so my planning was, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do the other thing. But then I get into vacation mode, and the first day, if I'd have started knocking things out day one of vacation, I'd have been okay. But day one, I thought, oh, first day of vacation, might as well take it easy, sleep in, you know. Got up in the morning, had a coffee, did some writing in the journal, then went back, took a nap. And day one, I ended up sleeping something like 20 hours of the 24-hour day, you know. So I slept that night, then I just ended up sleeping all day long and napping and getting up and having a little food, then taking another nap. And one thing led to another. And I went, you know, that's basically what happened. I went into an early hibernation, and I pretty much slept, like I said, the entire vacation. It was the National Day holiday. I remind you, you are listening to the Live Drive Jive Archive with your host, Frank Bunday, on this, the 8th of October, 2021. We have got relatively breathable air in the capital. We are broadcasting live from the Central Kingdom, the capital of the Central Kingdom, Celestial Dragon. We're shooting out over the airwaves like a North Korean ICBM launched from some sweatshop ghetto where they build such cruise missiles on the highly secretive North Korean peninsula, though we are in the capital. This morning we're just reviewing the National Day holiday vacation, where I, Frank Bunday, went into an early hibernation and pretty much just slept the entire fucking thing. Good fun though. I did do other things, like I studied. I got back out an old grimoire. I had motivation to work on my own manuscript of magic, and so I got out an old grimoire from like maybe the early days, mid-20s. It's called Modern Magic, 12 Lessons in High Magic. And I started reviewing it, and I realized there was more to it than I recalled. When I was thinking about putting together my primer on basic celestial magic or high magic, you know, the great work is, before all things, creation of man by himself. That is to say, the complete and total faculties and future control of his faculties and his future. It is especially the perfect emancipation of your will. So that's high magic. That's great. The great work that, like a thing like the National Day holiday, you have the will to do so, or at least you think you do. You have the will to do some work, and then you get it done. So I failed in that endeavor, but I did do other things, and I laid the groundwork for getting those videos done. It's a lot more work than the viewer realizes. Oh wow, we're already over 10 minutes on this video, so I'll cut it short. But I think it needs to be said that viewers out in YouTube land, out in Happy Land, they watch a lot of content and they don't realize the amount of effort and ingenuity that goes on behind the scenes for content creators. I mean, some of you do, those of you who are content creators. It's exhausting work, you know, and if you're not getting paid, if you're just doing it for fun, for a personal archive, then other than commiserating with your occasional peer, like I know Captain Bree now, and Frater Marlowe, and Henry, you're out there sometimes, Sandra Sue, so on and so forth. Anybody else who's joined the channel, if you've joined the channel recently, thank you for doing that. Thank you for hitting the sub button. But when you can only add 1 sub a year to a very low level of subscribage, and you've done some real work. I mean, if you go back through my video catalog and look at some of the videos I've made in the past, I put some real fucking effort forward on this channel. And so like I said, there's zero incentive from the Google Jigsaw algobots when they don't circulate, you know, your video beyond your subscription, and your subscription base even only yields maybe, you know, 2 or 3 clicks per video. Then like I said, there's very little incentive to do. Wow, there was an accident here. Lots of debris on the highway. They didn't do a very good job cleaning it up, but they did make an effort to clean it up because there's no vehicles. Anyway, yeah, so it does need to be said that creators need your support. They need you to hit the like button. They need you to circulate the video, sub if you haven't already, so on and so forth. You know the drill. And so at least that provides a little incentive if even over a long period of time you make a little progress on the algorithm. But if you don't, like if you stagnate, and even though you've put in some hardcore effort in the past, and it doesn't go much beyond just the live drive jive archive anymore. And until the channel, you know, gets a little recognition maybe and a little more circulation, which it probably never will, and I'm okay with that, I guess. It'll just be the live drive jive when I work. So if I'm not working, then there'll probably be no videos. Yeah, so I just wanted to get you updated on that. I love y'all good looking sexy people out in Happy Land, and I will see you in the abodes of the future. Zai Jen for now.